Hello and welcome to a motivational video where I show you my first ever interview that is very painful, and I am not going to enjoy watching it with you guys nor showing it to you guys. I really don't know why I'm doing this to myself. The video has 595 views on it. It is from 10 years ago. It was... when was it exactly put up? Okay, it was put up December 4th of 2014, but it was filmed, I think, in September of 2014, because I am at the Big E showing in the Jumper Show during the huge festival for it. If you guys know what the Big E is, if you're from New England or Massachusetts. And this is my very first interview, and I am 15. And it's very uncomfortable. So I wanted to show you how uncomfortable I was on camera before. I don't know if you guys have seen any interviews that I've done in the past couple years, but this is showing that it does get better. You do improve. And I was just a young, terrified child in this who didn't know how to speak and was scared in front of the cameras, and you'll see what I mean. So I'm going to share it with you guys right here. I'm going to watch it off to the side over here. And yeah, we're just going to talk about the growth while I show you this embarrassing video of myself. So here we go. Part 2. Wait a minute. Is there a part 1? I have to investigate this really quick. Okay, here we go.
I've had the pleasure of catching up with Sam Van Fleet. Sam, you are a first-timer here at the Big E Horse Show. What has your experience been like?
Crazy. She's a green horse, so she hasn't done many shows like this, and she's afraid of the crowd and everything, but it's really good for me to get her out, and it's a really nice venue to work at with her.
Okay, Sam, I'm going to quell your nerves.
So
she doesn't look very green.
She is. She's only been riding for maybe 2 years, and this is her maybe 3rd show that she's jumped at.
Okay, that was a blonde joke. She's actually brown and white. So tell us about your horse. Her name.
So she kept saying she's brown and white, and I remember I had this big thing going on with some of my friends where they were like, yeah, she's brown and white, and I'm like, no, she is a black and white pinto. She's black and white. So when she said she's brown and white there, I was holding my tongue to not correct her, because it was she's black and white. There's just a little bit of sun bleaching. I remember that though. I was very adamant that she was black and white, and I got really annoyed when people would call her brown and white.
Her name is Mystic Jewel?
Yeah, her name's Mystic Jewel. And
we're gonna have to cut, and we're gonna continue this when the camera goes past. Be right back.
No. Oh my god. Why was I so uncomfortable? This is hard to watch. That was a 53-second long clip. Yeah, her name is Mystic Jewel, and yeah. I'm glad. Okay, I have to have some grace, but I'm really impressed by 15-year-olds nowadays that do horses and do interviews, because they have their words together a lot better. You have to remember though, I was super introverted and I was quiet. I didn't talk to anybody. Gave me major anxiety. I was just silent. Even when I went to high school and middle school and everything, I was a quiet kid. I did not say much. I was not loud. I didn't want to be seen. Yeah, so doing this was a big deal for me. I probably cried about it later, honestly. I was like, wow, I can't believe I did that. And I was really hard on myself. I'm sure I thought I did awful too. And to be fair, I did do awful. But at that time, I should have been proud of myself, because at least I said I would do it, and I did do it. And that's impressive, because I can't remember myself being someone who would have done that. So I found this video when I was scrolling around looking for, I think I looked up my name, because sometimes there's some hate videos out there and I think they're kind of funny. Not that I watched them, but I just was curious if there was any more new ones. There weren't, just old ones. And yeah, I stumbled upon this gem of a video, of 2 videos apparently, part 1 and part 2. And it's just, yeah, it's cool to see the growth. And that's my girl, Calliope, my very first horse, who almost has been gone for a year now. And I still cry once a week over it. So, yeah, there's growth over time though. And I think it's good to make yourself uncomfortable. I mean, that's what my whole life has been, is putting yourself in uncomfortable but safe. I'm not saying go do stupid things. Don't go get in like strangers' cars and like go to random places, but put yourself in situations that are uncomfortable, because that's where you're going to find the growth. If you keep having the same repetition, and I mean, some people may not want to grow and may not want to change. They might like their routine, and that's fine, but I'm definitely about growth and making myself uncomfortable so I can get better. So that's basically what my life was made around. I mean, coming from this where I was so nervous and worried about what I said, did, looked like, where I was, to then making myself travel all around the country by myself, meet new people, teach in front of people. I'm in front of new people every single day. And now I am 6 years into clinic season, but like 8 years into being on the road. Yeah, because I just taught a clinic at one of my first clinic locations from 6.5 years ago. I think I've been on the road for clinics since 2020. Sorry, I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent, but I'm pushed myself to do that. I'm in front of new people all the time, and I don't get nervous about it anymore. Like, that is comfortable now for me. So I'm trying to figure out what scares me next. I thought skydiving sounded really fun, and I did it, and it turns out I absolutely love it, but it still gives me a little bit of like that nervousness right before I go, and I've only gone twice, so maybe that's not the best example. But I'm going to try to become a solo skydiver at some point now. Maybe. That would be fun. So that's one thing that scares me a little bit, that I'm going to push myself to do. But I think it's, you know, whether it's something big or small, like going into the grocery store by yourself, making that like a task that you go and do, which maybe that's dramatic to some people, but for me, that was something I was worried about. You know, learning how to do new things. Learning how to do new things and make yourself uncomfortable, I think, are the only ways that you can get growth. Even if you completely suck at it, if you're really bad at it, that means you should probably do it more. If it makes you really nervous, that means you should do it more. I think that's what I've learned, especially by watching this. It's cool to see the growth. It's cool to know, you know, who that girl was on the other side and how terrifying and uncomfortable that made her. And that she was willing to try. Like, it is funny to like watch it and look back, and I cringe at it, and it's really uncomfortable because I'm like, wow, yeah, that was me. But also in a proud way, that was me, because I know how hard that was for me, and I was doing it. And this is like small interview with part 2. Here we go.
All right, back with part 2 with Sam Van Fleet and Mystic Jewel, who is green but really looks very brown and white, or black and white. Yeah. Mystic Jewel is an unusual coloration. What breed?
She was a PMU foal, so she's a rescue horse, and she's a Clydesdale quarter horse cross, which is really weird for a jumper.
That is a really heartwarming story. How did you come to have a PMU foal?
Blue Star Aquaculture in Palmer, Massachusetts. They rescue horses all the time, and I help them rescue her, and they let me adopt her.
So have you known her since she was little?
Nope, I've known her since she was 7 years old, and she's 10 now.
Her mane is beautiful. We haven't seen any horses with braids like this. Did you put that together?
Yeah.
So do you have more classes, or are you finished up?
Yep, I'm all done. Jumpers is done for us for the week, so.
Will you go out on the fairgrounds and enjoy some of the rides?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Sam, it's really a delight to speak with you, and your horse is just beautiful, and what a wonderful work you did in rescuing her. So good luck with all your endeavors, and I hope we can interview with lots of ribbons in the future.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my God. I can't. She did such a good job interviewing me. She probably regretted it so much. She's like, okay, I can't get a single word drawn out of this girl. She does not elaborate. And I still do that same thing where I don't get to the point. What breed is she? I'm like, well, she's a PMU foal. So she's a rescue. And it's kind of weird what she is. Like, say the breed, Sam. What are you doing? I don't know. It's funny. It's cute. But it definitely makes me a little uncomfortable. Tricky to share with you guys, but here it is. So there's hope for growth, and this is just a small area that you see. Interviews, public speaking, not that that's necessarily the area you want to grow in, but coming from someone who is super uncomfortable with that and now you know, I do a lot of public speaking. I do a lot of speaking to groups of people I don't know at all. And yeah, I think there's been progress and improvements, and I'm pretty happy with it. So put yourself out there, keep practicing, try something new, do something that makes you uncomfortable, keep doing it again and again. Don't just do it once and then give up on it. Keep trying, because you don't know how it could go better. You don't know what it could lead to in life. You don't know what opportunities may come up, but just keep trying and keep doing new things. And that's my little spiel. For anyone curious, I am in Pennsylvania right now. I've got a clinic this evening with a group of IEA kids, super fun. I actually did IEA at the time when I was in this video. For those of you that don't know what IEA is, it is, now I'm acting like I know what it is, Interscholastic Equestrian Association. Something like that. Basically, it's like a riding team for either high school or middle school, and you practice, then you go to different shows together, earn up points. You could do regionals, zones, and then nationals, and it's just fun. You can compete as an individual within your team or as your team. So I'm excited to work with those girls this evening, and then I have a clinic here tomorrow, and then I think I'm off to Ohio. But yeah, Lynx. I just have Lynx traveling with me, and it is a chilly morning, so he is feeling fresh, running around with his sheet on, his little polar bear sheet. Oh my gosh, he got caught on his hay net this morning. When I went out to feed him, I was like, why is he not coming over to me? I swear, this horse will get caught up in the goofiest things, and he's always really good because he's trained to give to pressure and then just kind of stand there and wait, despite the fact that, just like me, he's a little bit neurotic and likes to move his feet a lot. He is a really good boy. So I will let you guys see what that looks like. But thank you for watching and joining me today, and I hope this pushes you to maybe try something that makes you uncomfortable, or maybe try something that you failed at once. Give it another try and keep trying. I think that you will appreciate it in the future. All right, see ya.